Hello everybody! Last video we covered the basics of rotating objects by rotating objects around their centers. This video I'm going to show you how to rotate objects around points on their edges. We'll do this example using the same example rectangle that we used in the last video. You can see it in the viewport on the right, and on the left you can see the code where we create it, color it, move it 1 unit over on the x-axis, and then we display it using the show command. We're just going to use the rotate command to rotate our rectangle around some different points on its edges. For our first example, we will do a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation around its bottom left corner, down here. We will do this by using the all caps rotate command with the first parameter of r to specify our rectangle as the object that's going to be rotated, a second parameter of 90 to rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise, and then the point 1, 0, which is where the bottom left corner of our rectangle is. Picture this rotation as our rectangle swinging around this point. Let's run our program. There is our 90-degree counterclockwise rotation around the rectangle's bottom left corner. Let's set it back to its original position by setting the degree measure back to 0 and running our program. Now it is back to its original position, and I can give you another example. For this example, let's rotate our rectangle 90 degrees around the bottom right corner in the clockwise direction. We will do this by changing the degree measure in the rotate command to a negative 90 degrees, because remember that negative degrees means clockwise rotations, and moving the point that we are rotating around to be 3, 0, which is where the bottom right corner of our rectangle is. This rotation will be very much like our last example's rotation, but in the opposite direction and around a corner on the other side. Let's run it and see what happens. There we go. Our rectangle has just performed a 90-degree clockwise rotation around the point 3, 0, which was the rectangle's bottom right corner. Now let me reset our rectangle's position, and I can give you one more example. Something to remember is that rotations don't just happen on the corners of objects. Objects can be rotated around any point at all, which is what makes the rotate command both so powerful and so potentially confusing. For the last example, I'm going to rotate r 45 degrees counterclockwise around the point 2, 0. This point is in the very center of the bottom edge of our rectangle. Think of this point as almost like the center of a teeter-totter. So when the object rotates around it counterclockwise, the left side will go down and the right side will go up. Let's run the program. As we expected, there is a 45-degree rotation counterclockwise around the point 2, 0. Try creating a rectangle yourself and practice rotating it using different points on its edges. Play around with it and see if the rectangle is rotating as you were expecting it to.